Hello viewers and welcome back to Tropico 5 with me, Chu. Today we're playing the mission Paranoia, which is the 5th mission inside the game, and this is where we get to start messing around with the tourists. So I'm very interested in how this goes, seeing as how that was one of my favorite parts of the other games.
Are over. In a sense, the Order's plan did work, but I'm not sure we're better off now. Two nuclear powers have divided the world. Wars, although smaller, are still fought. The threat of nuclear annihilation has brought fear, suspicion, and paranoia. My friend and mentor, Leon Kane, has become jaded and concerned as well. He fears for his life. Personally, I think no assassin will ever get either one of us, but it is reasonable of him to take precautions. He has asked for my aid, and I will do what I can to help him.
Right, so the game just sort of begins on that note, even though it's
My life
it's
is
about
in danger,
tourism.
Presidente. I just survived an assassination attempt, and I fear there are more to come. We need a decoy, a double who looks exactly like me. Someone to play my role out in the open.
Right, so for whatever reason, we need to attract tourists so that that happens. And, well, we started exactly off with what we had last time we were on this island, which was a considerable sum of tobacco-producing plants and, of course, cigarette factories and mines that produce steel now. And it is just an absolute huge area. So starting off things here.
Concrete sweatshops and spend our best years in back-breaking labor. Do you guys even need to think about that one?
Right, so what I wanted to do here is that I wanted to start off, and first and foremost, I wanted to fix up this area so then it's so it'd be slightly denser on the housing portion. And in addition to that, I wanted to actually build on these observatories, which will generate research points. And now it says to put it in a high location, but unfortunately, now we don't exactly have any locations that are different. Maybe it could probably go up here, but oh. Actually, no, it can't. This is evidently uneven terrain, and, well, yeah, that is sort of that. Oh, actually, I think we found a spot over here that I could build it, but, oh well. So yeah, that is sort of that. I mean, currently, we have 40 grand of stuff just sitting in the ports, and for whatever reason now, we moved into the Cold War, even though, despite the fact, the ships are still these, like, steamboat things with the weird propellers on the sides. So, yeah, that's sort of that. Now, anyhow, getting back to the game, I mean, about the tourist part of that, actually, I think I'll invest in these texts right now. About the oil tech and all that, or what am I saying here, about the tourist portion and all that, how the game works now is that instead of, say, tourists coming just sort of by a separate port, they actually use the same port now. So what we're going to do here is that we're going to prep the island for, say, some tourism, and then we're going to get rid of, unfortunately, a large part of the current buildings on the island. But it's alright though, we have a ton of money, and we can of course replace those things in a second. So the reason I want to do that is because we are going to have to shift a few things around. Namely, we're going to shift some of the tenements over here, because we need to make it so that the zones between, say, tourists and, say, regular folk over here are differentiated, because tourists do not want to be around here. So I think what we'll do is that we'll build a new set of tenements over here, and I'm looking for some other stuff that we can sort of cram inside this area. I think I'll just actually build a entire tenement block back here. So we'll do that, and this will hopefully replace all of these country houses, but it's of course going to move say, some of the housing from one part of the map to another one, but I think that'll be fine. So moving from there, what we can do here is we can put an apartment complex, which is slightly more eye-pleasing here in just a bit. And what we want to do here is that we want to make the town more, say, pleasing to tourists, because that's essentially who we're going to import here. And tourists will effectively visit, say, the taverns here and there. They might go to, like, say, some of the restaurants, and more or less they will just try to visit things where you can just sort of grind them out for cash. And with that said, we want to make our town a very, very profitable, or rather very high up in the grindy part. So actually, I was going to put down an apartment down here on the main street, but wow, this this museum is huge, but yeah, it'd be a very good thing to have, say, a lot of these tourist attractions here and there, because they will effectively make it so that we can just sort of milk the tourists for money like that. Currently we have, I mean, one restaurant here, and I think one tavern over here, and some sort of a club over here. I think here's what I'll do. Put down another, say, tavern over here. But anyhow, we do want to, say, build up the tourist location. So here we go. And although the tourism hotels and things are over here, and what we effectively want to do is that we just want to place them, say, in beautiful locations in areas with a high safety rating. So starting off, let's see whether or not we can, say, build a economy hotel somewhere nice and pretty. And it looks like this area is good, but I think we've already saved. I think we're already saving this area for another thing. So I'm gonna look around here for a bit, and we'll see what we can build. Actually, this coast area would be really nice. So here's what I'll do. For residential, we also get apartments, which are pretty good. They're slightly on the high expensive side, but I think we'll shift 2 inside here, and we'll make this area a new bit of land. And I think we'll also put a... well, I mean, we could deal with a museum here, but I think that is a little too unsightly in that case. I think, no, natural park isn't going to work. I want to keep a lot of the tourism inside the city here, but at the same time, I'm trying to find a good locations to put these buildings. I think we'll just do like a college over there, and we'll have a tiny amount of room here to do something else, but I think that'll be that, really. Actually, it's kind of redundant, but I can put a parking lot right here. It'll make the lives of the people inside the mega apartments better. So, going back to tourism, here's what we do. We're going to get a road, and we are just effectively going to stem it all the way down here. And I think we'll make a roundabout here, just because. Right, so this will be its own separate area, and for whatever reason, I believe the game designates this area as a pretty place to be. So with that said,
I might have been just...
we should be able to just sort of milk the people over here for cash, as soon as, of course, we send another boatload of 24 grand off in the next month or so. So right, so I think this town is going nicely, and of course that'll give our construction companies some time to build the residential areas before, say, building the other things.
Now that a new observatory has been built, I expect my horoscope to become a touch more accurate. No offense, dear astrologers, but the last 20 times you said that I would find the love of my life turned out to be, well, just barely true.
I'm trying to find our construction workers. I'm trying to figure out what they're doing right now. Ah, that's right, the game isn't on fast forward, but yeah, we want to build up these factories and these, say, residential areas, so that'll be that, really. Now, I swear last time, all of the trucks manned by construction workers were this green, were a slightly orange color, but evidently, I mean, I think they changed it every now and then. Oh well, either way, I mean, now we have some cash, but we need to wait until the construction is done before we, say, plop down some more. And so, right, we're converting this area into some more housing. And we'll just slightly lower the budget. Actually, no, we'll keep it the same. Right, so this area looks pretty well. The apartments are now starting to get built, so that's also good. Now, I wonder about these construction offices. They're working inside this area right now, but are the people from here... Yeah, this construction company is doing absolutely nothing, practically. Oh, and perfect. The United States is sending us money now. Oh, no. It looks like they're sending a few people down here. Alright, well, at least the construction offices are doing their job, so that's sort of that. And they'll just gradually build up these areas. Oh, perfect. Our permit... Our edict is still going on. We still have the building permit on. Well, we'll turn that off because it is costing us a lot of money at the same time. So we'll do that. And let's see, what can we do now? So we've moved into the World Wars phase, and now we can do a global research initiative. So that's neat. And we can do, say, paid healthcare. So that'll be kind of useful if we wanted to. We could do mortgage subsidies, we can do literacy programs, smear campaign, and social security. So let's see what we have for Cold War. We can do the secret police, so that'll be really useful. We can do hydraulic fracking, which will increase the amount of resources in all non-oil deposits on non-claimed oil deposits, so that's kind of neat. It says a trade sensitivity training makes so that all police and military buildings reduce liberty less. That'll be actually pretty useful as well. Waste sorting reduces pollution, and contraception ban increases the Tropican birth rate but decreases liberty. And geological survey, which will increase the amount of resources left inside those deposits. Well, I think here's what we will do. We will enact sensitivity training right away, because we want to have, say, better liberty, because that's, I believe, one of the requirements for having very good, say, tourism. And we'll also do this waste sorting thing. We'll enact it right now. The reason being is that waste will, of course, also affect the tourism industry. So, right, that'll be that. Let's see, one of these new apartment buildings. Housing quality 55, so that is slightly on par with, say, the houses over here. Now these houses are like 50 to 60, and the tenements are more or less in the 30 range. So right, some people over here have some better houses, so that is very nice. And now, let's see what we can do for, say, some of the tourism things. So we can build some of these country hotels, and you'll see here that for whatever reason, the game thinks that this area, which is like out in the middle of nowhere, is prime tourist spots. So we're going to zoom in here, and we're going to fulfill that mission objective of today. Oh no, can we not build here? Damn. It looks like this area, we can't even build in it. Oh, and no, we can build here though. So we'll try to spice up this road here with a few of these, say, country hotels here and there. And afterwards, the tourists should just really flow over here now. As soon as they're built, of course. And we'll just let that do its thing. But man, is it wonderful having this, like, city here. It's just absolutely wonderfully pretty. Things are actually starting to get really busy inside our small Tropican nation here. So many cars. It's it's actually traffic jam or choke point right here. Right, so there we go. I think we have, yeah, all the apartments built, and of course that museum built as well. And the parking lot here will be built very soon. Right, so that'll be that. And going from there, let's see what other hotels we can build. Let's get a economy hotel built. And this thing, you know, I'm going to try to place it over here, but probably won't work. Yeah. So I think I'll actually place this inside the back portion of our town here, inside this area. I was originally going to put some houses here, but I think with the apartments being built, we don't necessarily need it.
Remember that show where we won?
There we go. So we also gain managers for entertainment buildings. Again, something that will help us out inside the tourist industry. So there we go. We have all of those things done. But God, I want to get these... I really want to use this area because I've already built the roundabout over here. I'm going to see whether or not we can, say, put down one of these village things. Yeah, well, yeah, we can. Okay. Well, in that case, maybe over here? No. In that case, I think I'll put one of those things down right there. Oh, yes, we can do the cabins, though. So yeah, you can do the miniature, I call them like wood cabins, but technically, I mean, they're like more like tropical cabins inside this game, right? So I'll keep that there. And there we go, one hotel is done. And ooh, I've unlocked an achievement for it too. So yeah, people here there will be a few workers and they'll do their thing. And tourist families will just sort of come in and go. Oh, game saves. Right, so now, every now and then, a ship will actually come to port, and it will effectively be one of these people-carrying or tourist-carrying ships. I mean, currently we're seeing a lot of freight ships, but after a bit of time, tourists will come up in their luxurious cruise ship, and the game will actually alert us to it, so we don't necessarily have to watch out for it. But we'll just continue building a few Tropican attractions here and there, so that people, once they arrive onto the island, they will have something to do. Let's see. I'll put down a beach site here. We can put one down right there, and I think we'll do another one. Damn it, I built this circle area for a reason. Now I can't use it, which kind of sucks. Oh, there we go. Perfect. So we have a nice coastal area for people over here. And actually, a good thing to have over here would be a parking lot. So hopefully we can build this in the middle right here. There we go. Because otherwise the tourists have a way to get here, but not to go back unless they really want to walk for a very, very long time. And let's see. Oh, there we go. Yeah, we have a tourist ship, the Victoria, a really compact cruise ship, which is making its way here.
It seems I keep underestimating your capabilities.
And we can get free two free entertainment buildings from that sort of objective, so that's nice. And let's make a carnival or a circus over here next to the farms, just because I feel like those two things sort of go together. And then we get another free one, so we'll use that one later on. Well, actually, can we do the luxury entertainment ones? No. Okay, well, we'll place down one of those things like that, and we can also do a hang gliding club. Now let's see. Service quality improves if it's on higher terrain. Yeah, this island is completely flat, so unfortunately there's no say good place to do it. I think we'll actually just place it around the shore. I don't know, maybe there will be a slight scenery bonus to it. Right, so the hotels are there. All we're waiting for is the Victoria to dock. And the only thing really limiting the amount of people who come aboard to shore is the amount of slots that you have for tourists. So we have enough room for 12 eco-tourists. Or maybe more. Oh wait, no, we do have the economy hotel, so we do have a fair amount.
Sad news,
There we go.
Presidente. Leon Kane was murdered. His boat sabotaged inside our territorial waters. We don't know who did it, but there were no survivors.
Mentor Kane was a visionary, the finest mind of our order. He was relying on you for protection, and you failed him, the order, and all of humanity. For all we know, you may have even arranged his murder.
Alright, well, it looks like the order is going to come and take away part of our treasury from now on, so that kind of sucks. But at the same time, I believe we gained like 46 tourists, if you saw the number down there. So yeah, a ton of people have arrived from the island. There they are, they're zipping around inside their little jeeps, and they're dropping them off.
Surf bought me here, dude.
And so yeah, now we have tourism on our island.
Have
Now,
I ever told you about the
some
time
people-
I ran away to join the circus? What a wonderful 2 years I spent there before they kicked me out for being too crazy. I miss my old friends. Freddy, if you're listening, welcome to town, and give Olga a yank on her beard.
right, so got tourism going on now, so that's
We
sort of
tried
that.
to discover...
Oh, and perfect, more Constitution options here. I think we'll check out these things later on, but for now we will just sort of check out the tourism stuff a bit more. So now, some people have said that like the tourism portion of the game doesn't actually generate that much cash, and to an extent, I mean, that is kind of true. The tourism thing, it doesn't say send you that much money, but overall it's like you effectively make like pretty much make money out of nothing though.
Tropicans await elections next year. They wish to show that...
Well, they will have their elections. Right now, though, I think we saw that low health care rating of right around the value of, say, 20 or so. So I think it's time to build a power plant. Let's get, say, some electricity going on, and after that, that'll unlock a few structures as well. And let's put a hospital next and some of the more classier tourist attractions. So that'll be that, and yeah. Right, so let's see. The tourists are pretty much just sort of waiting around their hotels right now because they don't have too many things to do. Oh, actually, no, cars do actually pick them up from here. So perhaps we didn't need the parking garage after all. But I think it'll be helpful. At least the people who work on the island will have a way to just sort of get in and out easily. So that'll be that. And well, let's see. So the beach sites are starting to get profitable. Things are going well. How is this hang gliding club doing? Oh, I see. It's like it's wrapped like that. All right, fair enough. So that's kind of neat. And the tourist carnival over here. And those things are just sort of doing their thing. I believe we can, yeah, we can make these areas tourist only to increase their